6 years ago, I came to Canada as an international student. No parent, no guardian, and I was still able to survive. Here's how I did it. Hello friend, you're welcome back to the channel. In this new episode, I'm going to talk about how I survived as an international student, and I'll share with you some essential tools and lessons that I've learned that can help you to survive any hard time. So stay with me and let's ride on. In January 2019, I left Cameroon and I came to Canada. It was a wonderful experience. The first time I ever stepped on a plane, it was a wonderful journey. I loved every bit of it. But when I came to Canada, it was very cold. I faced many challenges. The person who was supposed to pick me up from the airport did not show up, but I was lucky to have a friend, actually a friend of my friend, pick me up. He helped me with accommodation at his sister's place. I stayed there for a while. After that, I moved to my own place. I finally found my place after 4 months. I moved to my place. I paid my rent. I stayed for a while. I got a job. I was working at night. At the same time, I was still going to school at 7 a.m. after night shift. And it was a very challenging period. I had to take care of my international tuition fees. If you know, that's very expensive. That's why during the summer break, I would do 2 full-time jobs at the same time. I would work endlessly and make sure I take care of myself. I make sure I have money for my rent, money for my upkeep. I was in charge of everything. So be it. I came to survive. I came to hustle. I came to change my life and the life of my family. So there was no way to give up. But I faced so many challenges. Lo and behold, I finally graduated. I'm now working and building my career, and I'm also living my dream as a speaker and as a coach. So I'm making this video because there are times where we'll feel down, we'll face a lot of difficulties. And during those times, we don't even know where or what to run to. I'm going to share some key principles that I believe can help you get over and overcome any hard time you may be facing right now. Before we begin, I just want to let you know, whatever you're going through, remember that this is just a season for you. It's not permanent. It's a season. When I was an international student, it's long gone. I'm no longer an international student. It was a season. I had different challenges then, and now I have different challenges. But these survival tools or these survival lessons are vital. And it doesn't matter the challenge you're facing right now. I believe and I trust they are going to help move the needle in your favor. So let's dive in. The first lesson is my faith. I had faith in God for bringing me to this country, and I knew He was not going to leave me halfway. How's your faith? How's your faith in this season, in this challenging time? I was not super consistent with reading my Bible. I was not super consistent in my prayer life, but I had faith. I knew what I was facing was temporal. I knew that the outcome will be wonderful. So in challenging times, I implore you to have more faith. I implore you to believe that it's gonna end. If you don't believe it's gonna end, you always feel miserable. Step up your faith, believe and trust that this is just a process and you're going to overcome it. The second tip I'm going to share is hard work. Hard work. I know in recent times there's a lot of talk about smart work, but even before thinking of smart work, there must be, or there would have been, a certain level of hard. When I was an international student, I worked really hard because I wanted to get out from that situation. I wanted to make sure I could handle whatever that was in front of me. Like I said, I worked 2 full-time jobs at the same time during the summer break. I never had a car. I wasn't comfortable. I was the one making my food. I was the one doing everything. And because I had a huge tuition to take care of, I knew I had to work hard. Working hard is a non-negotiable. if you're in a bad place, be it financially, mentally, in your business, whatever, you need to work hard. You can't run away from working hard. When you work hard, you're proving to yourself you can do great things. You can always add smart work into your process, but you need to work hard. You need to push yourself to the level where you can get the results that you want. The third tip is discipline. Discipline. I was very disciplined. When I was an international student, I felt like sometimes I was like a robot. When I go to the grocery store, when I want to buy anything, I look at the prices and I'm like, okay, what's going on here? If it's above my budget, it's a turn off. That was how I was so disciplined. And yeah, it was because of lack. And there were also times where I won't go out to party. I won't go out to have some fun because I have to sacrifice myself and work. I couldn't take part in extracurricular activities in school, which I enjoyed, like football, sports, or even leadership. I couldn't do any of that because I had to sacrifice most of my time to work. There were many parties to go to, there were many events to enjoy, but I was grounded. I remained focused and I was disciplined. I think that's essential. Whenever you're in a tight spot, you're all by yourself. You're just facing your challenges. You're just facing your struggle. And I know tough times will pass, but whenever or if you're in your tight season or in a difficult time, it's important you narrow down your focus. It's important you remain disciplined. You remain committed to the mission. You remain committed to the hustle. So discipline is a non-negotiable. You need to be disciplined and you just have to hang in there and hopefully you get over that phase. Another thing that helped me was being proactive. When I came, I did not know a lot about the system, about the Canadian system. I was relying on guidance, but not waiting for them to tell me to do it. I was asking, right? I was pushing myself to limits that I've never been before. I would ask people, I would research, like when it comes to my documentation, my study visa, my study permit, I won't sit down and forget about my expiry date. I'll make sure everything is still active. I'll apply for jobs. I remember there's a mall. I went, all of the shops in that mall, I dropped my resume. They said I should apply online, but I said, nope, I'm going to drop my resume. I don't know what I was thinking, but I was pushing. I was a go-getter. I made sure I don't wait for things to happen. I went to figure out solutions. So if you're in a difficult scenario, you need to really create some time and think out of the box. You need to be proactive. Don't wait for things to just come on your table. Don't wait for solutions. Go out there and seek solutions for whatever problem you're facing. When you sit down in your house or in your room and cry and worry about what's going on, it's not going to change anything. So a very important thing to note when you're in tough times is to be proactive, to push yourself above your limits, to get the solutions you need to get out from whatever season you may be. Finally, the last tip I'm going to share is community. When I say community, I mean people. No one exists in an island. No one can do it all by him or herself. When I came, the person who had to pick me up did not show up, but someone else showed up for me, a friend of a friend, who is now like a brother. I was at his sister's place for a while and they were so nice to me. When I came as a student, I made some friends who I'm still in contact with. And even while I'm living my life, trying to build my career, trying to grow my business, connections, people are very important. You can't figure it all by yourself. So you need to be open with people. You need to be open to having a circle. I'm not saying you should be friends with everyone, but I'm saying you should be able to have some people you could reach out to. You should join communities that can offer help. and not just be by yourself. Like this video, it's a form of community. You're watching from wherever you are. I don't know you, you don't know me, but this is a form of interaction. So people are very important. Do not be by yourself. Do not stay alone. Do not die in silence. Come out, seek help, ask for assistance. You can't do it all by yourself. That's why people are here. That's it, my friend. I've shared 5 powerful tips on how you can overcome difficult times. I want you to reflect and analyze your thoughts based on this video. In what areas do you think you need to practice more discipline? What do you think is holding you back from being hardworking? What's stopping you from asking for help? What's stopping you from interacting with people? I know you're in a very tight spot. I know you're feeling hurt. I know it's a very difficult moment for you. If you're an international student, I'm with you. I know the struggle. I know how difficult it is, but there's hope. There's life. I hope this video assists you to overcome this difficult stage of your life. And it will be awesome to hear back from you, just to know how things are and how I can support in any shape or form. So my friend, that's it for this video. Tough times never last, but tough people do. I'll talk to you next time.